6 months ago, my entire world flipped upside down. I made the decision to walk away from a 6-year relationship. And with that choice came a ripple effect I wasn't fully prepared for. I had to leave behind the dog sitting business I built, the YouTube channel we grew together, and the beachside apartment that I called home. It felt like I had been dropped in the middle of the wilderness with no map, no clear path forward, just survival mode. The fog, the days I couldn't eat, living with my ex while trying to stay gentle with myself through it all. I was surrounded by storage boxes on the floor of the bedroom we once shared, trying to decide what would come with me and what I'd have to leave behind. I've had to learn how to let go even when I wasn't ready. I've done my best to stay open, to trust that something good might still come from everything I've lost. But now I'm standing in the rubble, holding the pieces of a life I wasn't prepared to leave, trying to build something, anything, that feels like mine again. And this part? Well, this is the part no one warns you about. Starting over while grieving, job hunting while doubting yourself. It's like climbing a mountain when your legs are already shaking from everything that's come before. And you have no idea just how high this mountain goes, with hope and heartbreak tangled in every single step. Having to sit down and brush up your resume in your mid-30s isn't something that screams, "I'm thriving." And honestly, it's been layered with so much shame and embarrassment. This entire situation has. Because there's all this societal pressure to have your life figured out in your 30s. So starting over at this age can just make you feel like a failure. But who would I be if I stayed in an environment that I was not valued in just because it may be viewed as more successful in the eyes of society? Now that, I could not live with. Good morning. It is April 3rd, and I'm just sitting here applying for jobs, looking for somewhere to live. It's like some days it's fine, and I just am in the flow, doing the thing. I'm also dog sitting. There's a dog behind me on the floor sleeping. Yeah, some days it's just like I'm in the flow of the routine of it all. We're at the end of the week. It's Thursday, and it just feels so repetitive and like I'm spinning my wheels, like let me refresh the job sites. Oh, look, the same jobs I've been looking at all week long. I haven't heard back from most of them. I heard back from a couple unsuccessfully. It's like you just want a sign that something is coming. Something is on the horizon, I just feel like I'm like spinning my wheels into the abyss, and I'm just ready to be on the other side of it. And I've been really just trying to focus on like embracing this season. Like, it is a season. This is temporary, and better days are ahead. And like trusting the timing of my life, and that I'm exactly where I need to be. And I always say that. I do believe that we are always exactly where we need to be, for whatever the reason, even if like we aren't happy about where we are. I do believe that there's a lesson and a reason in the paths that we are on. I'm just really struggling with this one. I'm really struggling to embody that. Every time I feel myself like having those thoughts like, oh, I just want this to be over with. I just want to be in the next chapter. I just want to fast forward. Every time I catch myself, which I don't always, but every time I do catch myself, I just try and like recenter myself with that question of like, what would it look like for me to trust the timing of my life right now? Well, I would put some music on, drink a nice cup of tea, and like make it a vibe to apply to jobs. And I wouldn't be applying to jobs with such this heavy feeling in my chest, But I don't know how to get rid of that feeling right now. I've been using the little Pomodoro timers. I've never used these study timers. I've found them on YouTube. Yeah, I like having the timers because it reminds me to actually like take a break. So yeah, like most days I'm just like feeling this subtle rage and like being pissed off. I just don't want to feel angry all the time because I won't say what I was going to say. All right, I'm not going to be petty today. And I'm just picking up the camera as I'm going through the motions of the days. And I don't know how I'm going to edit all this together or what it's going to look like. And hopefully it gives you insight and makes you feel less alone if you are someone going through the similar phase. trying to create a sense of routine for yourself when you're battling all these conflicting emotions mixed with the back-to-back rejection from jobs and trying to figure out the logistics of moving all of your belongings on top of the rejection you already feel from the relationship ending. Yeah, it's a lot. It's been draining. It's been weeks of taking hit after hit with what seems to feel like no end in sight. And I know there is, but when you're in the thick of it, it sure doesn't feel that way. So my treadmill broke. I have to figure out how to get this out of the apartment now. And then I have like bags and bags of clothes for donation. And there's still so much more that I'm like, oh, I'll keep it, but I really don't need to keep it. You know what I mean? Everything that I've said, oh, I'm going to keep, the thought of having to like move all of that to somewhere new, oh my God, no. And the other thing that I've been really struggling with is like I keep refreshing the job sites. I keep refreshing, looking for apartments. I keep refreshing all these things. Like I need to be doing more. And what I've had to do is take a step back. Like you're going to drive yourself crazy because you can't keep refreshing the same feed, hoping that this magical job or apartment is just going to be there. Like, and so I've really had to like set boundaries. I don't know if the lighting's bad here. I've really had to like set boundaries. Like, okay, we'll apply to jobs for like 30 minutes to an hour in the morning and then maybe again in the afternoon. And like in that same like hour, apply to jobs, look for somewhere to live, like that whole like getting my life together hour. And then like once in the morning, once in the evening. And then you did what you could do today. Like, and I've really had to like set that boundary. There's been times where I'm like refreshing and maybe something else got added and I'm like you can see it in the morning. Like 12 hours isn't going to make the biggest difference. And like relax, eat your dinner. I'll be like looking, refreshing, trying to apply to jobs like up until dinner. I'll be sitting here eating dinner, like applying to jobs, like I'm like driving myself crazy, you know what I mean? So it's like I need to calm the fuck down because like I have a roof over my head, I have food in the fridge, I have money coming in from dog sitting. Like I am okay in the present. It's just I'm so eager to be on the other side of it that I'm like going to burn myself out and I'm going to like just be miserable doing this. And I'm really trying to not be miserable or more miserable than I already am because breakups suck. As a creator, when stuff happens in your personal life, you have two choices: to let your audience in on what you're going through in small ways or sharing every detail, or you can keep it to yourself and no one would ever really know. Now, I'm sure some people might suspect things, but you can choose your privacy, and I find this is a lot easier to do when you create content around other things that have nothing to do with yourself. But as more of a lifestyle, personal growth, travel kind of creator with a brand called Life by Jamie, what I'm going through directly relates to my content. And honestly, if I wasn't creating content about sadness and grief and navigating tough times, there is no way I would have been able to find it in me to keep creating content through this. I don't know if I can create content on anything else right now. So I guess you already know the choice I made, but it's just been another thing that I've had to navigate on top of all of this because it's really vulnerable to do. And I just had no idea as a small creator if anyone would even care to see it. Trying to take my brand to the next level. Now that I can like fully focus on my personal brand and I don't have to focus on like splitting my energy between two brands, our travel channel that we had and my personal brand, I can like fully dive in and I like put my personal brand on the back burner for a while. So in many ways, I feel like I'm like rebuilding it up from the ground. Like my YouTube channel is like gone up and down in waves. So it's definitely something that I want to continue building, and I obviously want to build a community here of women who are just working on themselves in a similar season of life and want to work on being a better, happier, more fulfilled version of themselves and like expand their comfort zone. I think a lot of my content is about like feeling the fear and doing it anyway, like trying a new hobby, like making time for yourself, going to the movies by yourself. Like that's the stuff that I'm doing in my life and like rewriting my story. And so, I want to build a community of like minded people who are also wanting or already doing that for themselves. So that's my real aim going forward. I'm just trying to figure out the kind of content that I enjoy making that will also resonate with those kind of people. And I'm still trying to navigate what that is. When it's been months on end of living with the person who broke your heart, no idea how you're going to dig yourself out of the hole you're in, I just needed a break. I needed just one thing to fall into place, a glimmer of hope, a sign that things were working out for me, and I was desperate for it, and I needed it now more than ever. Good morning, good morning. I am exhausted. I am just exhausted this week. My eyebrows are still so dark. I got my eyebrows done yesterday. I'm just so tired. Like, I've been staying up too late. Like, it all started from when I stayed up till 1 a.m. to rebraid my hair. And yesterday I was editing. Like, I just have so much I want to cram into this week, and I have so much to do outside of the house that is not close to home. It's consuming my brain. I'm not getting enough sleep. So then I'm like not getting up early enough, and then I'm running out of time. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like myself even more than normal this week. And I just feel overwhelmed because so much is happening at once, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it all. And like, there are not enough to-do lists in the world that are going to help me right now. My main things, I need to go and look at storage lockers this week. And I'm like, just do it today. Just do it today. I'm going to sit down and eat and then get some editing done because that's just hanging over my head. I have so many videos to edit, and then I keep filming, and then I'm like adding to the pile of like the editing queue. And so it's overwhelming me. So I'm like, I just need to smash out some videos so that I can have them done and off of my to-do list. So I'm going to do like an hour of editing, and then I'm going to head to go view a storage locker. And hopefully, that's my breakfast ready, beeping. Hopefully they have something available for me because like I don't want to get a storage locker too far from like the city area because I don't even know where I'm going to be living. And so, but the closer you get to the city, the more expensive they are. And I'm like, bro, we can't. I don't even like officially have a job right now. So yeah, I need to go and look at that. And then hopefully I can find something that is the right size for what I need. I need to get sleep tonight. I need to have an early night's sleep today. High protein quiche that I made, you use like tortilla wraps. So next time I want to use a high protein tortilla wrap, they're just never big enough like to put them in the pan. So I ended up having to use more than one for the base. But anyway, it has cottage cheese in it, which I've never tried cottage cheese until I made this recipe. And to me, it tastes like a lumpy cream cheese kind of thing. Like cream cheese, sour cream lumpiness. I don't like the texture of it, but it doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like bland lumpiness. But for the protein, we're doing it for the protein. In the middle of listening to called Breakup on Purpose, a catalyst for growth. It's been really good so far. It's been insightful. It's been confronting. It's been all the things. So far I'm really liking it. He also has a book called Single on Purpose, which I will read after this one. I just kind of like bought this as like a little treat for myself. I need to get a new editing laptop, and the one I'm looking at is over $2,000. I have been saving up all of my money, all my dog sitting money, I'm having a hard time with justifying spending that much money at once at a time where I'm like about to move and live somewhere new and needing savings. Like it's just like, but I need an editing laptop, and right now I'm using my ex's laptop. And it's just like when he comes home and needs to use his computer, which he does every single day because he runs his own YouTube channel, it's like I can only edit when he's not in the house. Knowing that in in a month from now, in like 2 weeks from now, I'm probably gonna be moving out from here, and that overwhelms me because I literally still don't even know where I'm going to be. Like, where am I gonna live? I don't know, but all signs are pointing towards not here.
Like, do the free trial. Their channel is about like reviewing fitness apps or.
We are in the city. I can't lie. There is a high chance that we are coming home with Sushi Hub today. High chance. It just started raining, so I just need to get to the tram without slipping on these tiles. They're so slippery. I've slipped on them before, and I'm traumatized. We have secured a storage locker. Well, I haven't put the deposit down yet, but I got it discounted. Like, she showed me one option that was way too small. Then she showed me another option that was way too big. And then the last option she showed me, it was doable. And then I thought it was going to be like over $100. And she's like, oh, actually this one's $55. We discounted it. It's like a weird shape. It like goes into the wall a little bit. But I'm like, okay, I can make this work. So I've taken a photo of it just so I can have an idea of like what I can actually bring. And we'll go from there. So storage locker secured. I have to go home and book it online. But that was a lot easier than I expected. Okay. It's not 24-hour access, so that's the only downside, but for the price, I really can't complain for $55 a month to store my stuff, you know, for the next however long I need it. So yeah, it was pretty straightforward, and I was so nervous because I've never done this before, and if you know me, whenever I'm doing something that's a new experience, I just get so anxious, but I did it. Go me! Now we are heading back into the city, and I'm probably gonna grab some Sushi Hub on the way home. Okay, all right, that's the plan. Okay, let's go. Go team. Here we go. I'm so glad that I went to look at this storage locker today. It was just a tiny step forward that I really needed. I walked away from there feeling so good, and then I got on the tram, and it all kind of went downhill. All is right in the world. We got our Sushi Hub, guys. It's time to go home and stop crying in public. What am I? I'm a mess. I'm a mess. We are back. He is also home now, and he is live streaming in his room. So I'm gonna go into my room, put my Bluetooth headphones on so I don't have to hear him yelling to a bunch of guys about sports. Or hear his voice. Redeem the day, because I was a mess. Went in the city, but it just all hit me, you know, like after I left, I was like, okay, like I sorted it out. I think like I was in like this survival mode, like I just gotta get it done. I need somewhere to put my stuff. And then I secured it, and it was just like the reality of what I was doing and why I was doing it hit me, and I was like, holy shit. I'm fucking upset. I am so upset right now. I sat down in the tram. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I was like, I'm okay. Then I had voice notes from my best friend, who lives on the other side of the world, that I've known since I was 5, who's getting married next year. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna even be at the wedding. Like, everything's up in the air in my life, kind of thing. And so just like hearing her voice notes and like how much she wishes she could be here for me and all that kind of stuff. She's like, I wish I could just help you bring your stuff to the storage locker and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, and so it was just all the emotions. We were in our feels, but we got some sushi. We're home now. We've secured the locker. I need to go jump on the computer and like officially book that in. And then I'm gonna go and work on this digital product freebie thing. I don't know what to call it, a freebie. I'm just so excited to like complete it because I'm just really excited for where my Life by Jamie brand is headed. You know, I'm like, this is like this is like my silver lining. You know, all this crumbling right before my eyes is making room for me to build my brand exactly the way I want it and like really pour myself into it. So I mean, I do have to go and get a job working for someone else in order to help fund it, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And on top of the endless days of job scrolling, there's all those little things that you got so used to asking them for help with, and now you're left having to remember how to do them all on your own. Oh my god, I gotta say, these job descriptions like crack me up these days. Like, it's been a while since I've like had to apply to jobs, but like they like want you to like give your life. We expect you to bend over backwards and give us your left kidney with a smile. Like like that's literally like no job is too small. No job is too small, and you're willing to work overtime, and you're willing to, like, they don't say in those exact ways, but it's just like, it's like, no, I actually have a life, and I'm just trying to afford a carton of eggs, actually, in this economy. So you strive to fix every problem the company will ever have, and it all falls on your shoulders, and you will do it with a smile. Like, I'm sorry. No. And then one day, it happens. That flicker of light at the end of a dark tunnel. Months and months of trying to keep a brave face. It's like being underwater for a minute too long, and that big release when you finally come up for air. Hope. My old friend, oh, how I've missed you. It is, what's the date? April 7th. I just got a call back to come in for an interview for a job. So I don't know. I have so many mixed emotions about this right now. I'm in the middle of editing and they just called and left a voice note, and it was a live voice note. I've never seen a live voice note on iPhone. I don't know what that's about, but I was so confused as to what was happening, so I need to call them back. This is a good sign. Whether or not it goes through or whatever, it's a wheel in motion. All these days I've spent applying to jobs and stressing about everything. I don't know. I feel stressed and excited and nervous and all the emotions right now. I hate the process of starting a new job. I don't like it. But we're gonna suck it up and do what we have to do, because what other choice do we have right now? But this is a little glimpse of me like not feeling so stuck anymore in my life, and that is really exciting. We've been going around in circles, it feels like, so to feel like something is progressing, it's a glimmer of hope. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks, and just doing my best to keep my head above water until something pans out. And that's where we're at. That's the reality of this, okay? So I'm going to get back to editing because he will probably be home in the next 30 minutes, and I'm using his computer because we're still sharing a computer. But if I get this job, then I can get my own computer and I don't have to touch his grimy ass computer ever again. Hallelujah. I was nervous as ever on the days leading up to the interview. What would I wear? What would I say? How would I make a good first impression? I just tried to focus on my routine and doing the little things that I could. But underneath it all, it really felt like so much of my future was hanging on this one opportunity. Good evening. It is the end of April. Literally, I think like tomorrow's May 1st. Tomorrow is May 1st. It is getting so cold here in Melbourne, and I'm just like prepping mentally for the cold season. While also trying to squeeze in as much autumn activities to lift my spirits right now. But I am going crazy. But I also just joined Depop this week because all those clothes that I put into piles have just been sitting in bags. I'm going to try and sell a bunch of stuff. I need to get my life together and get these items up on Depop. I have so much stuff to go on there. And like, even if I can just sell half of it, I'll feel so much better about getting rid of some of my stuff because I'm working towards my savings goals as well. Because your girl needs some money right now. It's been like such a mental battle being in this house with someone who has hurt you in such a way. Trying to keep my spirits up and not just like live in this angry state because I'm constantly being reminded of what, like, the trauma that I went through, you know what I mean? And like what happened, and I don't want to keep thinking about it. It's just been a mental mind fuck. I don't know what other way to put it. I got a call back from a job. They asked me to come in for an interview, and then they were like, we'll send you the details for the interview. And then 12 hours before the interview, they emailed me and called me and said, don't come in, we filled the role. And I was like, cool, thanks. Like, I've just been waiting for you. Like, it was so annoying and so unprofessional. Like, they had 3 days between the time they invited me to the interview to the actual interview, and they waited until like a day and they waited until half a day before the interview. Like the I'm sorry, so unprofessional. And since then I've seen them post another job opportunity, and they told me like, oh, we filled this role, but like, feel free to apply to other stuff. I'm not applying. No, if that's how you guys work, I don't want to work with you or for you. So anyway, that fell through. And that was like the first one that like went anywhere. I've just been getting no's, and that's so defeating. So I'm just like, right now I'm just brushing up on some online courses. I'm trying to find like free courses that I can just do to like add to my resume. But also like, I just joined Udemy, a free 7-day trial. I don't know, is that how you say it? Udemy, Udemy? I don't know. But they have a lot of classes on there for like content creation as well. So I'm going to do the free trial, and I think I might pay for a month and see what I can do. Another place I want to join is Skillshare. I've been wanting to do that. I was meant to be doing that this year. Like, that was my plan. And then like the breakup happened and my life went upside down. Just wrapped up my last dog sitting booking, and I got my period like right as it was ending. So I don't even feel like I got to like process the fact that that was my last dog sitting booking. Yeah, it's still hitting me, and I don't think it fully has hit me yet, but I'm definitely not happy about it. I'm just doing what I can. I really am just doing what I can. I'm trying to stay focused on just like staying in a routine, doing things that fill my cup and bring me joy. Each day just putting one foot in front of the other. Like, not every day looks like the most like productive, ambitious day, but I'm just trying to do something each day, even if it is just going for a walk and like drinking water. You know what I mean? And like, if the rest of the day is spent like sitting watching YouTube, like, it is what it is. But I think I'm doing a pretty okay job. It's just, it just sucks, you know? It just is a shitty situation, and I just want to be out of this house. I don't want to have to rely on him to put a roof over my head. I don't want anything to do with this person that I don't even feel like I know. Now that all this other shit has come out to the surface, I don't even feel like I know this person that I spent 6 years of my life with, and that like disgusts me and just angers me to my core. So still processing obviously those emotions, but yeah, I'm excited to start the Depop journey. I don't know what it's going to be like. Feeling like, okay, that was my last booking, and now I don't know when my next paycheck's going to come. My YouTube income has dropped as well because we dropped the whole other channel. So I'm just trying to make up for that while actively looking for jobs. So yeah, like, we're stressed. I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety, and having to do a lot of breathing techniques and like just breathing through the moments where things are happening in this environment that I cannot control, that are triggering to me.
I started this journey with no map, no direction, just metaphorical trees in the form of storage boxes everywhere I turned. For a while I was just wandering, surviving, hoping I'd eventually stumble across some kind of path. And then one day, the mountain appeared. And I realized that if I wanted to move forward and really move forward, I'd have to climb it. And I thought I was reaching the top after months of climbing through grief, uncertainty, and endless rejection in all forms. I thought I had finally caught a glimpse of solid ground. That job call felt like hope. That interview felt like a breath of fresh air. And then it was gone, canceled, just like that. It felt like standing on what I thought was the summit, only to realize the mountain still stretches far beyond where I'm standing. And the climb wasn't over. And the disappointment hit deeper than I expected. But I've come too far to turn back now, so I'll keep going, one foot in front of the other, even if I don't know what's waiting at the top. The climb is steep and the setbacks are brutal. But I'm not the same person who started at the bottom of this climb. And going back, that's not an option.